Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk Bulldog hockey. And with us, assistant coach Drew Famulak. And coach, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Bulldogs this past weekend taking on Minnesota State, the defending conference champion, back at home, and had a good weekend, earned the split, got a big win on Friday night, 7-4.
Yeah, no, Friday we had really good energy right from the start. And even though they crawled back after we were up 4-2 to make it 4-4, I still felt that we had energy. And like I said, we did have a final push there to win 7-4.
How was that series in terms of the environment with the fan support on hand? Obviously, a couple big schools in the WCHA going at it here early in November.
Well, you know, it's funny, we talked about that, and the crowd Friday was very good. Saturday, you know, it was electric in there as well, and you know, between our students and our community, we can't ask for much better support, and they've been with us all year long, and it was a situation where it was almost playoff hockey because we only see those guys twice this year. So that weekend is the only time we're going to see them unless we face them in the playoffs.
As we go to the highlights of Friday's game, high-scoring 7-4 game, and you got off to a great start as Andrew Durantes will get you on the board first.
Yeah, I know. And you look at that goal. He's right in the middle of the rink. We talk about playing inside the dots, and he definitely picked up a rebound and jammed it home real quick.
Bulldogs taking on Minnesota State here as we move to the highlights, and here early with the opening goal, only a couple minutes into the contest.
It was a great play by Mackin, you know, behind the net. You see Tyler, him and his big frame in front of the net there, creating some issues, and that's why Durantes was able to put that away.
Minnesota State, as good teams do, will answer here shortly as the Mavericks will tie it up, but Bulldogs will come right back and get another goal here in the first period.
Yeah, no, great play by Jerry. Actually, you know, the guys knew it was in. Jerry came back and he said, hey, that puck was in the whole time, and you know, they went to video replay, and this is, you know, why we want video replay, because that was a big goal and a turning point in the game.
Your goal obviously stands here for the Bulldogs as you take a 2-1 lead here in the contest. Stood up after the first period, and then you come back in the second period, and both teams will get a goal to keep it a one-goal game.
Yeah, we got caught in a line change there. Our guys retired, second period change, and they snuck out a guy. But you know what? We respond right away. Great play behind the net by Zahner, and Rourke. He banged in home, you know, his first one of the year as well.
John O'Rourke with 2 goals here in this game really gave you a valuable offensive performance from the backside.
Well, our fourth line, if you want to call them that, I mean, they were really good. I think Ben Warmer had 3 assists, Rourke had 2 goals, and they were just dynamite and giving us great energy.
Bulldogs here early in the third and final period will take a 4-2 lead as Kyle Schemp, the captain, will get a goal.
That was a great play. You know, that's how you diagram. We had our 2 dot lane guys driving 21 and 20, and it was another great play by Jerry and Mackin.
From there, they came back and tied it up, but you get another goal from O'Rourke, a goal from McDonald right here, a goal from Robertson to end it, and it's a 7-4 victory.
Yeah, it was a great play. You know, we responded right away, which we've done the last couple games, and it was a great play by Mac, and then obviously with Robo finishing it off in the empty net.
Get the goal and the victory on Friday night, 7-4, but you have to turn around and play the same team again the following night. What was the outlook going into that game 2?
Well, I thought it would be a little frantic, which it was the first little while, and then it settled down into kind of a regular type hockey game. But you know, it was inch for inch out there. We had some pro scouts there, actually quite a few, to watch the series this weekend, and you know, the one comment was there wasn't a lot of room out there, so every inch that we had to get, we had to fight for.
As we go to the highlights here on Saturday, the first night you got off to a great start, but in this game, Minnesota State will be the team that strikes here early, a couple minutes into the contest.
Yeah, we knew they'd have a push right off the start, and we just had a bad clearing opportunity, and you know, they put it in the net. But as you see here, Babs responds right away. It's a great shot. I mean, he's inside the dots again, and that was upper shelf. And you know, that goal, it's going to happen in any league. That's just a great shot.
Tied it up 1-1 at the end of the first period, and you come back here early in the second period and get a goal from Corey Mackin off a face-off that gives you a 2-1 lead.
Well, if you look, he's standing right in the doorstep there, and every goal that we had this weekend was probably all within 2 feet of the front of the net. And you know, our mantra is we want to play inside the dots, and we want to hang around the net, and it's working right now.
Minnesota State will come back though, and unfortunately for the Bulldogs, they get a couple goals here to take a lead, and they wouldn't relinquish it. Both teams had some chances though.
Yeah, that was 4-on-4, and a little puck luck there off the face-off. You know, it was just kind of laying there, and then they got the shot. But you know what, execution-wise, you know, we were fine. It's just a little bit of puck luck.
The last goal coming up here shortly for Minnesota State as they take a 3-2 lead at the end of the second period, and certainly you knew you needed 1 goal coming into the third. What was the talk in the locker room between periods?
Boy, it was very comfortable. You know, we felt very good where we were at coming in, and we played a very good third period. We had chances. The puck just didn't go in, but in terms of how we played with structure and our execution, I thought was very high.
chances here late in the contest, even in the final minute, getting some opportunities at least to try to tie it back up.
Yeah, well, we drew up a play. We won the face-off, and we definitely had a couple chances. We had a good net front presence. Their goalie made a couple big saves down the stretch. You got to give him some credit as well.
A tough opening month of the season in terms of the opponents that you were playing. Talk about where the Bulldogs are at right now here after the first month and maybe the first weekend in November.
Well, I think what really set us up was that home and home with Western. We went into a hostile environment the first night, played very well, even though we came up a little short. And then the next night at home, we played really well. Then, you travel up to Tech, or we play at home against Tech, and then we play Tech again. And so, 6 of our games right now basically have been against 2 of the top teams in the league, with us being, right behind them. So we feel very comfortable with where we're at. We're playing very well. I like our competition level. I like the way we're playing with structure, and especially inside the dots, both offensively and defensively.
This week, a short week for the Bulldogs, a long trip as you travel to Alaska to take on Alaska-Anchorage. What do you know about this series coming up this weekend?
Well, it's going to be good. They're feeling it right now. I think they're 2-1-1. They're playing very well. They had a bye last week, so they're going to be rested. They got some high-end players. Their Tatchell, very good player. So we got to figure out how to shut him down. Their goaltender's been very, very good, and so we'll have another good day of practice on Tuesday. We'll load the bus and fly up there on Wednesday and be ready to play on Friday.
I know the Bulldogs have several guys, obviously, that have played up there before. What's it like making this trip in terms of the travel and getting ready to play?
Well, going to Anchorage, we bus to Chicago and then it's a straight flight. So other than maybe an early morning rise on Wednesday, once we get to O'Hare and we get on that plane, when we land, we're in Anchorage, and then we can get situated and get our stuff in the locker room and get ready to play on Friday.
On the backside of that, you come back after the long trip back and get ready to play the other Alaska team back at home November 20th and 21st, and back-to-back series here against Alaska teams, just kind of a quirk in the schedule.
Yeah, it's just the way it worked out, and the funny thing is they're in Bemidji this coming weekend, so they're going to be on the road for 8 or 9 days as well, so their travel's not easy either. So it's going to be a test of competition level, how guys are prepare themselves mentally, and continue to keep our focus both offensively and defensively.
Talk about some of the young players that you have, some of the freshmen that have came on, and how they've adjusted here to the college level.
Yeah, pretty well. We've injected Tierney and Riker in on the defensive side. They've been in and out. Both have done very, very well. Up front, obviously Mackin, as advertised, coming through the door, being the Canadian Junior Hockey League Player of the Year. His transition has been very, very good. Hetz has seen some ice time. Rechtenwald has been in. We still got Craig Peffley. He's finally healthy now and starting to learn our system. So as a group, they've been really, really good in terms of fitting in. We don't necessarily need them to make big gains for us right now, but we need them to fit in and be productive in those roles.
Well, Coach, congratulations again on the split this past weekend. Best of luck to the Bulldogs as you travel to Alaska.
Great, thanks, Rob.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.